Telford against Salford City, our game here on DAB and online this afternoon. A few familiar faces in the Salford side as well. Simon Grand applauding the Telford fans in front of us. He, of course, was captain when Telford won the league under Liam Watson a few years ago now, and still remembered with great fondness here by the supporters of AFC Telford United. The huge credit must go to Rob Smith and Larry Chambers, because it would have been very easy for off-the-field problems to creep into their performances, the anxieties, it must unsettle a squad hearing everything that was going on, but yet they've come through that with flying colours.
Well, it would, or it could, yes. So Telford, to a certain extent, having picked up 7 points from the last 9, can come here, play with a little bit of freedom, and hopefully continue the good run they've been on.
Well, Salford have some really good players in their ranks. Richie Allen, who tore Telford apart when he was at Fylde a couple of years ago. Michael Nottingham, one of the best fullbacks in this league for me. And then you've got the likes of Simon Grand with his experience in defence, and Mike Phoenix up front. And Mike Phoenix, again, in my opinion, was one of the best young strikers we have seen here at the Bucks Head for quite some time. Hint there of a handball against Hume, but not given. Telford clear their lines, and Grand running back towards his own byline and cleared again by the keeper. That was good work. Telford unchanged from the side that beat Altrincham last Saturday. Montgomery in goal, 3 centre-halves of Bailey, McCone and Haven. Wing-backs in Hurst and O'Hanlon. Here is Hurst popping up on the edge of the Salford box and finds O'Hanlon on loan from Walls. Good cross by him and tipped away by Lynch. McCarthy was waiting there, but Lynch had to backtrack and stopped it from going in. That was a good move, and James Hurst getting off to a promising start. Just to finish off the team, the midfield is Royal, Ray and Williams by Burton, though, who turns. It's a good weighted ball down that right-hand side, and a strong challenge by Bailey on Phoenix. Had to get it right, because you know what you get with Phoenix, powerful, direct player. With
looks like a 4-4-2 to me for Salford. Phoenix and Hume up front.
They're working it out onto the right-hand side, Salford. Played back out wide, crosses in, zipped in as well. Controlled by Hurst, and he clears it out for a throw here. The throw-in is taken by O'Halloran. Back to Burton. Right-footed cross, good ball in. Taken by Montgomery, just over the head of Phoenix, who is running in onto that one in the final third. A left-footed in-swinging corner now, whipped in, but a great catch by Montgomery.
Easily as many as there were for the game here.
But we got it wrong last time.
Well, we did, yeah. So
we thought there was
reserve judgment. I won't make any more comments.
Here's Hurst on the edge of the area, shoots, great save, tipped over by Lynch.
That crossbar, great one-handed save from the goalkeeper.
Corner is taken short. Williams into the far post, headed back into McCone, and a scissor kick from him is headed clear by Michael Nottingham. So in the space of a minute there, Telford with 2 very good chances, and still they go forward. Bailey up to the D, Reed heads it out to the right wing, and Grand slices his clearance.
It's a dangerous position for Telford.
And it's a flat ball into the near post, came off Reed and cleared by Hurst. It will be a throw just inside the Salford nil, Salford nil. Paul Hurst in his first game in charge of Shrewsbury away at Roots Hall today against Southend United. That game is on 96 FM and it is 0-0. Salford offside here, and a free kick for Telford in their right back position. It is goalless here as O'Hanlon. Oh, he's caught late. Advantage is played. There may be a booking, but Telford attacking here with Williams. And his cross is blocked. He plays it back out to O'Hanlon. Now the referee will go across. Now, I'm not sure how much contact was made. It just didn't look good at all. Williams and Ray are doing the the hard work, which probably doesn't get as much credit as it should do sometimes. Here comes Salford though with Phoenix, and his shot is touched behind by a defender and taken in front of the Jack Bentley East Terrace. An in-swinger, it may be too deep. Oh no, it's headed in, is it from Demon? And Salford have scored. Jack Demon with the header on the far post. It may have been touched in at the near post eventually by Grand, but Salford get the goal. And it's the former Telford man in Demon who won his header on that back post, and Telford couldn't clear it from the line.
Well, it's always the danger, isn't it? Telford have been so good in the opening 19 minutes of this game. They've been, for me, just about the better side. They've created 2 really good opportunities. Could easily have found themselves 1-0 up in the game. Playing well, good zest about the performance, good tempo, good desire. Everything has been positive from Telford's point of view.
Met by Hume, who's switched from left to right here, and Phoenix with a good first touch past McCone, threads it through to Allen, and he misses the goal. He hits it wide. For BBC Radio Shropshire, a foul on a Telford player means there's a free kick just on the edge of the centre circle. Williams takes it, kept in by Haven, hooked back in, McCone nods it down, appeals of handball, didn't see much in that myself. We've had 27 minutes gone here. Now Walker zips it in, punched clear by Montgomery. Good control by Allen. Back out to the right wing this time to Nottingham. The ball nearly runs under the boots of Hurst, but he turns and does get it clear eventually, but it's headed back into the box. The offside flag stays down, and a shot by Paul. See Rob Smith and Larry Chambers as a management partnership, don't we? That's what we've got used to. Good header by Reid. McCarthy just offside. Steve, I thought he may just have been all right there, McCarthy. I know he's guilty of just drifting offside down on the ball, but he does well. Now Williams to McCarthy. Lovely pass. Here's McCarthy. Difficult. Cleared off the line. Cleared by O'Halloran. But it was a pass by Williams that deserves all the plaudits. He sliced open the Salford defence.
3 wonderful openings now they've had. One great save from the goalkeeper, one that's hit the bar and one that's been taken off the line. Telford just can't find the net at the moment.
Williams in swinger, headed out for another corner here. Most would take that. Who knows, if they continue a good run of form, they could get themselves into the top 10 around Christmas. Here's Richie Allen into the box. Oh, and it's bounced through, comes off Paul, and Salford get a second. Simple cross, and Telford have been undone. Normally their strength of defence has let them down twice.
Well, it's barely believable, isn't it? Let's be honest. You sit and look and think, how on earth are Telford losing this game 2-0? It's absolutely extraordinary. Wasn't sure who got the final touch. Was it Paul? Was it Phoenix? They were queuing up in there.
Goal, maybe slightly more. Williams over this one. Telford somehow are 2-0 down. 2 lapses in concentration. But they've had the chances themselves. Here's Williams, dinked in, punched clear by Lynch. Brave goalkeeping by him. He picks out Paul. It won't quite be curtains, but it wouldn't be far away. What a strange first half this has been. The ball is played out into the centre to Allen, who loses it. Now Bailey finds Reid. 2 against 3 defenders. Reid needs some support, and he drops it back to Hurst. Allen slides in, runs out of his area to kick it clear, but again they lose it in midfield. Here comes Salford again with Phoenix, turns and waits for placement, and very nearly scored. Telford now with Royal, goes long down the right channel. Hurst, well, I thought that's a fair header, Steve. I'm not sure what the linesman has given it for. He's allowed to lean in. His arm wasn't raised.
Yeah, I thought it was very harsh. And the referee calling James Hurst over, presumably He's not. He is. He's going to produce a yellow card, I think, is it?
That is terrible refereeing. He's going to book him here for dissent. And now Paul McCone has come over to tell Hurst to go to the referee. Now Hurst is wrong there to walk away from the referee.
I'm not quite sure, but I mean, it was barely a foul.
I think it's dissent, personally, but back heel into the box. Salford attacking. A tackle.
Telford, could they have done much more? Yeah, switched off a couple of times, and that's obviously killed them in this first half. But overall,
Salford are very good on the counter.
Oh, they are.
Steve,
yeah,
aren't they?
They've been really sharp in attacking areas. We keep calling out Phoenix because he's been absolutely immense for Salford, but it's not just about Mike Phoenix.
Eventually get this game back underway, live here on BBC Radio Shropshire, on DAB and online, with me, Nick Southall, and Steve Humbles. You can find us on Twitter. Steve needs 2 more followers for a very special milestone. Wing back Hurst, left wing back O'Hanlon, 3 in midfield, Williams, Ray and Royal. Up front is Reid and McCarthy. Ball's long, up towards McCone. Oh, and he gets it wrong. He should have buried that with his head. He knows. And the clearance is blocked. Good stuff by Reid. And now Williams has it. Back out to the right to Reid. Good cross. And a good clearance by Demon. Telford trying their best to get this goal. Haven dinks it in. Nottingham. Big height difference between him and McCarthy. About 5 yards outside the box. Williams takes it. Headed back to him. Another chance. Haven! Great save from Lynch. Haven stretched his leg out, made contact, but Lynch dives low and stops it from going in.
This game, they have to make this spell count.
I think the next goal really is crucial. It may be obvious, but here's O'Hanlon's corner, and he falls short. Cleared. Back up to the halfway line, and now this is where the danger will be. The referee will book Williams here for holding up Paul.
It's hard work as well, isn't it? To keep stopping every time you say
the right one.
Make sure you get the right one. Another good spell here for Telford.
Craig King about to come on for the visitors. But here Telford with this corner. Williams into the far post. Comes off Haven. And away. Now here's King. Good control by him. Lays it back to his left back, O'Halloran. And Haven gets his header wrong, and he plays his team into trouble here. Salford into the box. Shot is just wide. The danger. Ball is in, left-footed. It's a low ball up towards Grand, and Paul is in there too. Telford had lost one of those. Here is Paul though, back to Demon, just outside the box, into the centre. Hurst catches him late, and I think he's gone. Second yellow card, James Hurst goes. Well, if you were a betting man, you would have put your money on James Hurst being shown a red card before the end of today. It was coming. You know, Steve, it was a little trip. Was it a blatant yellow card, that, or could he have let him off?
In that first half.
Free kick as well. Walker. Oh, it dipped, but not enough for Salford. That was Salford looking to keep the ball here. Back to Demon. Telford without Hurst, who was sent off. Here's Warburton again down the left channel. Patient build up this. Paul. King keeps the width down the left. Onto his favoured right foot. Shoots. And nearly finished off. O'Hanlon somehow stops it on the line. King's initial shot saved by Montgomery. Nearly followed into the goal by Hume. But O'Hanlon stuck his foot on the ball on the line and then managed to get it clear.
So incisive going forward. They've got so much up top that will hurt teams at this level. I think arguably you would say, whereas beforehand some people were saying, is it a good time to play Salford? I think it's been proven to be the complete opposite. I think it's been a really bad time to play Salford, because this looks like a side today who knew they could not go an 8th game without winning. Who knows? But Salford have been good.
Here's Montgomery, punches it away at his far post again, headed back in towards the goal line by Grand. Watford 1, Hull 0. Dawson, Samuels, Royal gives it away. He's got to be careful not to slide in and get a second yellow card. They're exposed here though, and offside against Warburton. And he hasn't seen yet that the flag is up. 1333. Start your text with the word Trop to have your say with Adam Green. A mistake by the keeper, and Hibbert's shot is just tipped wide by the keeper. Corner to be taken by McCarthy. Takes it short to O'Hanlon, looks for placement and dinks it over on the edge of the 6-yard box along with Hibbert. Bounces over everybody. McComb back to goal. Royal kicks it and saved, and there we go. Telford have lost by 2-0. Steve, your thoughts?
Well, as I said there, I think it's a performance that Rob Smith and Larry Chambers generally will be reasonably pleased with, and I don't think they'll be overly downbeat after what they've seen this afternoon. General performance hasn't been too bad from them, and you can pick fault, of course you can. You can always stand here and say, well, didn't defend well enough on the 2 goals, weren't clinical enough in forward areas when they had the opportunities, but we know there are obvious limitations to this Telford